So the now we will discuss about the MCQ on the cytoskeleton structure. So the question number 26, 216. So question number. So the cytoskeleton of a cell is composed of microfilaments, B. Microfilaments and cellulose, C. Cellulose and intermediate filaments, microtubules, intermediate filaments and microfilaments. So the correct answer will be the option D. So cytoskeleton made up of microtubules, intermediate filaments and microfilaments. Next question. Which of the following is generally associated with desmosomes? Option A mitochondria, option A microfilaments, option B cilia and option D all of these. So desmosome associated with option C microfilament. So next question. Microfilaments are composed of mainly of a protein called actin, tubulin, chitin, myosin and keratin. So microfilament mainly composed of actin. So the correct answer is actin. Next, match the following. So microtubule, structural component of cilia, centriole, store hydrolases, peroxisome, store carbohydrates, fat and protein in plant cells. So you have to choose the correct option among the four options. So the correct answer will be the microtubule structural component of cilia. This one is correct. And centrioles do not store hydrolases. So it is not correct. And peroxisome store carbohydrate fats. It also not correct. So these two are not correct. So the option A is correct. Next, tubulin protein is present in microvilli, microtubule, cilia and flagella. D both B and C. So microtubules present in mainly present থাকে সিলিয়াতে থাকে, ফ্লাজেলাতে থাকে এবং মাইক্রোটিবিউলাতে থাকে. So the correct answer is option D. Next question. Microtubules are absent in flagella, centrioles, mitochondria and spindle fiber. So microtubule remain present in spindle fibers, centrioles থাকে, as well as flagella also have microtubules. The mitochondria which don't have any microtubules. So the right answer is option B, microtubules. So next question. Which of the following is true of microtubules? Colchicine function as a antimitotic drug. Option B, microtubules are highly stable structure. Colchicine binds to the microtubules and stabilizes them. And option D, microtubules are usually found in the cytoplasm as extensive cross-linked network. So you have to choose the correct answer from this option. So the correct is colchicine function as a antimitotic drug. So the correct option is option A. Next question. Regarding microtubules, all of the following statements are true except they help to determine cell shape. So it is right. They are major component of microvilli. It also correct. They are major component of centriole. It also correct. They are major component of cytoskeleton. So the correct option will be the B option. These are not correct. Next question. Spindle apparatus is made up of spindle made up of option A endoplasmic reticulum, polyzomes, microtubules, and spherozomes. So the correct answer will be option C. Next question. When elongated tubule-shaped cells from the lining of the intestine are treated with a certain chemical, the cell and become round blobs, and the internal structure disrupted by the chemical are probably microtubules. The next question. Actin filaments contribute to cell movement by providing option A providing energy in the form of ATP, forming stable and unchanging network inside the cell, lengthening and pushing against the plasma membrane, and allowing organelles to change the position inside the cell. So the correct answer is lengthening and pushing against the plasma membrane. Cilia and flagella থেকে question. So question number, let's take a break, few minutes, one or 2 minutes. Okay, let's begin. So the question is, basal bodies are associated with kinetochores, option B cell plates, option C phragmoplast, option D cilia and flagella. So the basal body is associated with option D cilia and flagella. Next question. The primary function of the intermediate filament is generate movements, provide mechanical stability, transport organelles within the cell, stabilizes microtubules against disassembly. So you have to choose the correct answer. So the correct answer is provide mechanical stability. The next question. Filaments present in flagella cilia are microtubules. So the correct answer is microtubules. The next question. Axoneme having 9+2 doublets microtubule arranged is found in cilia and flagella. This is the correct answer. Next, one important component of cytoskeleton is cytoskeleton. So the important component of cytoskeleton, of course, option C. Not skeleton, human, not human is skeleton. Next question, centrosome থেকে, and from centrosome, which of the following non-membranous organs? So the only two organelles in the cells which don't have any plasma membrane is one centriole and another is ribosome. So the correct option is centrioles. So another question, next question, centrosome is a. So read the four options. Option A, nuclear structure of animal cells, cytoplasmic structure of plant cells, cytoplasmic structure of animal cells, cytoplasmic structure of both animal and plant cells. So this is not true. This is the true. So the correct answer is cytoplasmic structure of animal cells. Next question, the main function of the centrosome is. So secretion, option A, option B, respiration, osmoregulation, formation of spindle fiber. So this is the correct answer. Next question, centriole take parts in. Cell plate formation, spindle formation, nucleolus formation, start of the cell division. So the correct answer is start of cell division. Which of the following organelle is not present in plant cells? So the centrioles is not present in the plant cell. Centriole occur in chromosome, centromere, centrosome and spindle fiber. So centrosome. Next question, which of the following belongs to a distinct category? Nucleus, chromosome, centriole and nucleolus. So the centriole will be the correct answer. So the vacuole from the question vacuoles. Let's take a break. Okay, let's begin. So here these are the MCQs from the vacuoles. So 239 number question, which of the following is a non-living cell inclusion? So here is the which one is non-living. So you have to choose the correct answer. You can answer this question, answer in the comment section. You can write the answer. So the correct answer is vacuoles. Next, the most of the water in mature plant cells occurs chiefly in which of the following? Option A, nucleus, vacuoles, cell wall. Most of the water remain in the vacuoles. So the next question, the membrane around the vacuole is called tonoplast, elioplast, amyloplast, cytoplast, leucoplast. So the correct answer is tonoplast. But these are the different type of plastid. Next, a mature plant cell has protoplasm and vacuole, vacuole and cell wall and protoplasm, cell wall and vacuole. So the correct answer is D. Next question, which of the following is present in cell vacuoles? Which of the following is present in cell vacuole? Option A, DNA, hydrolytic enzymes, latex of the rubber plant, anthocyanin of the flower. So the correct answer will be the anthocyanin of flowers. Next, cell inclusion. In rice, the starch grain are compound, simple eccentric, simple concentric, dumbbell shaped. So the correct answer will be option A, compound. Next question, which of the following is an inclusion? Mitochondria, no. Golgi complex, no. Lysosome, no. So the starch grain, cell inclusion. Next question, raphides are crystal of. So here is the 4 options. So right, you can answer in the comment section also. Participate. So the correct answer will be I read question again. Raphides are crystal of. Option A, calcium carbonate, calcium oxalate, magnesium carbonate. Option D, calcium phosphate. So the option B, calcium oxalate, is the crystal form of raphides. So next question, nucleus. Which of the following would not be considered part of a cell cytoplasm? Ribosome, mitochondrion, nucleus and microtubule. So the correct answer is of course nucleus, because nucleus have their own cytoplasm. So next question, which of the following is called the brain of the cell? So of course the nucleus. The answer is nucleus. The cell nucleus was discovered by Robert Brown. Next question, the common feature amongst nucleus, chloroplast and mitochondrion is DNA, cristae, lamellae, all of these. So the common feature is DNA. So next question, DNA is mainly found in nucleus only, cytoplasm only, nucleus and cell wall, nucleus and cytoplasm. So the correct answer will be the nucleus only. In a cell, DNA is found in nucleus, mitochondria and plastid. Nucleus, mitochondria and Golgi, this option is not correct. Mitochondria, Golgi and plastid, this also not correct. Nucleus, Golgi and plastid, it also not. So the option is correct. So in a cell, DNA found in 3 places: nucleus, mitochondria and plastid. So this is the correct answer. Next question, Animal An animal cell was grown in a culture medium containing P50, P52, P32 nucleotide, the parts from which DNA is built. Later examination of the cell showed that the radioactivity to be concentrated in the rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi, and option D, nucleus. So the correct answer is nucleus, because inside the nucleus D chromosome is present, and inside the chromosome the DNA is present. That's why the phosphate is a radioactive. When phosphate is radioactively labeled, then you can see the DNA in radioactivity inside the nucleus. Next, role of nucleus in morphological differentiation was discovered by option C, acetabularia by Hammerling. So next question, Hammerling's experiment on acetabularia involved exchanging nucleus. The correct answer is nucleus. In Hammerling's experiment on acetabularia involved exchanging nucleus. Next question. Experiments demonstrating the importance of nucleus in controlling the growth of cell was performed in. Experiment demonstrating the importance of the nucleus in controlling the growth of cell was performed in acetabularia starfish egg, fertilized egg of frog, neurospora, or leukocyte. So the correct answer is acetabularia. Next question, interphase nucleus is enclosed by option A, non-porous nuclear membrane, porous double nuclear membrane, non-porous double discontinuous nuclear membrane, a single porous unit membrane. So the correct answer is option B, because nucleus have porous double membrane. That's why the option B is correct. Next question, cellular structure which always disappear during mitosis or meiosis is plastids, plasma membrane, nucleolus, and nuclear envelope. None of the above. So the correct answer is C. Next question, the structure of nuclear envelope facilitate spindle organization, separation of daughter chromosome, synopsis of homologous chromosome, nucleocytoplasmic exchange of material. So the correct answer is nucleocytoplasmic exchange of material. Nucleoplasm is continuous. Next question, nucleoplasm is continuous with cytoplasm through centriole, nuclear pore, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum. So the correct answer is nuclear pore. So the next question, the nuclear pore seen in nuclear envelope have a diameter about. The five options are given, so you have to choose the correct answer. So the answer is 600 angstrom. Next question, one key function of nuclear pore is to aid in production of new nuclei. This is not correct. Allow cells to communicate with each other. No, this is also not correct. Form connection between different organelles. It also not correct. Allow molecules like protein to move in and out of the nucleus. So this is the correct answer. Next question. If a cell's chromatin were damaged, the cell would soil and burst. This is not correct. Go out of control, divide immediately, run out of the energy needed for its activity. So the go out of control. So this is the correct answer. Next question. An outer covering membrane is absent over nucleolus, mitochondria, lysosome, plastid. So all plastid, lysosome, mitochondria all have outer covering. So the nucleolus don't have any outer covering. So nucleolus was discovered by Fontana. So option is A. The nucleolus was discovered by Fontana. Then nucleolus is mainly formed of option A, DNA and RNA, option DNA, RNA and protein, RNA and protein. So the correct option is C, RNA and protein. Next question. Which of the following is associated with nucleolus? Of course, tRNA, rRNA, DNA and mRNA. So the rRNA is associated because in nucleolus the rRNA, ribosomal RNA are synthesized. Next question. In nucleoplasm, a conspicuous body of spherical shape attached to a particular chromosome on a definite position is called nucleolus. So next question. Nucleolus is the site of formation of ribosomes, chromosomes, peroxisomes and spindle fiber. Ribosomes. Next question. Which one of the following components of plasma membrane is involved in the enlargement of cell surface area? Option A, cilia. Which of the following component of plasma membrane is involved in enlargement of cell surface area? Cilia, desmosome, microvilli and gap junction. So the microvilli is the correct answer. Next question. Which of the following phenomena is commonly referred as cell drinking? So the pinocytosis is known as cell is drinking. So next question. Which of the following are most plentiful and best developed in parts of the cell where energy requiring process take place? Again I am reading. Which of the following are most plentiful and best developed in parts of cell where energy requiring processes take place? So lysosome, no. Ribosome, no. Endoplasmic reticulum, no. the mitochondria is the correct answer. Next question. Most of the intermediates in the electron transport system are integral part of matrix of the mitochondria, outer membrane of the mitochondria, inner membrane of the mitochondria, intermembrane space of the mitochondria. So the correct answer is option C, the inner membrane mitochondria. Next question. The parts of an oxygome are head, neck, bulb, head, base, stalk, head, seed and base, and seed, neck and base. So correct answer is head, base and stalk. In which organelle the conversion of the phosphoglycolate to glycolate take place during photorespiration? So during photorespiration, the correct answer is chloroplast. Next question. Match list 1 substructure with list 2 and select the correct answer using codes given below the list. So nucleosome, so nucleosome is connect with protein unit. No, it's not. Okay, it's going to be wrong. This is not. No. Nucleosome is structural unit of chromatin. Tubulin, protein unit of microtubules. Desmosome, cell adhering junction, and lysosome is battery of degradative enzymes. So now we have arranged A, 3, B, 4, C, 1 and D, 2. So the correct answer is option A. Next question. Of the cell organelle taking part in photorespiration is glyoxysome, peroxisome, dictyosome and endoplasmic reticulum. So the correct answer is peroxisome. Next question. The organelle of plant cell that does not contain functional DNA. Again I am reading. The organelle of plant cell that does not contain functional DNA. Nucleus have DNA, mitochondria have DNA, chloroplast also have DNA. So the correct answer is peroxisome. So let's take a break for some time. Then again I will start. Okay, let's begin again. Now let's start. So, question 279. Spherosome take part in synthesis of option A fat, protein, carbohydrate, none of these. So the correct answer is fat. Which of the next question? Which of the following help in synthesis of ribosomes? mRNA, tRNA, rRNA, and DNA. So the synthesis option B will be the correct answer. Next question. Which one of the following pair is not correctly matched? Nucleus genetic information. Okay, this is matched. Correctly matched. Cell membrane permeability. Okay, this also matched. Golgi complex secretion. It also matched. Correctly matched. And microtubular organelles glycolysis. This is not correctly matched. So the correct answer is option D. Next, which one of the following is not microtubular body? Cilia also microtubular body, centriole also microtubular body, flagella also microtubular body. So the answer you want to know the which one is not the microtubular body. So the correct answer is muscle. So next question. So in chloroplast, chlorophyll is present in stroma. This is not correct. Outer membrane. This also not correct. Thylakoid. In chlorophyll present in thylakoid. So this is the correct answer. Inner membrane not. Next question. The folds of plasma membrane in bacterial cells are known as episomes. No. Spherosomes not. So the correct answer is mesosome. So it is like mitochondria in bacteria or prokaryotic cell. So the correct answer is mesosome. Next question. Cilia are short 5 to 10 micron, hair like narrow protoplasmic processes, B with sweeping or pendular movement, more numerous, all of the above. So the correct answer is option D. Next question. Which is not properly paired? Golgi apparatus breaking complex of macromolecules. So এখানে বলছে properly not properly paired. So this one is not properly Golgi apparatus breaking of complex macromolecules. So this is not properly matched. Endoplasmic reticulum Endoplasmic reticulum protein synthesis is also correct. Chloroplast photosynthesis, mitochondria oxidative phosphorylation. So the correct answer is Golgi apparatus. The enzymes for electron transport system are located in a mitochondria is the correct answer. So next answer, match the sites in the column 1 with the processes in the column 2 and choose the correct combination. So you have to match the column and you have to choose the correct option. So grana of chloroplast. Grana of chloroplast is matched with dark reaction, and stroma of chloroplast is no, no, it's going to be very wrong. So no, no, no. Again, I'm trying to solve this question. Grana of chloroplast is matched with light reaction, and stroma of chloroplast is matched with dark reaction, and cytoplasm is matched with glycolysis, and mitochondrial matrix is matched with Krebs cycle. So if we combine with column A to column B, then A to B 3 C 4 D 1. So the correct answer is D. So the correct answer is D. Next question. The sedimentation coefficient of complete ribosome in bacterial cell is 78, which is not true about spherosome. So the correct answer is option C. Movement of ion against concentration gradient is called the movement of ion against concentration gradient is called active transport. Which cell organelle is absent in human sperm? Which organelle is absent in human sperm? Are centrioles, nucleus, and mitochondria. So the correct answer is endoplasmic reticulums. Next, desmosome is the modification of Golgi bodies and nucleus complex, plasma membrane, and endoplasmic membrane. So option B is correct. Single membrane bound organelles are lysozymes, spherosome, and glyoxysome. So the correct answer is all of these. Non-membranous organs are centriole, ribosome, nucleus. So the correct answer is D. Next question. Sodium potassium dependent ATP's activity helps in transport of potassium ion inward, sodium ion outward. So the correct answer is option A. The next question. Which one of the following is common in plant and animal? So mitochondria is the common. Next, the organelle which bear anthocyanin is vacuoles. The correct answer is vacuoles. Next question. The nucleus. The nucleus is separated from surrounding cytoplasm by a nuclear membrane which is double layer with pore. Single layer with pore, no. Single layer without pores, and double layer without pore. So the correct answer is option D. Next question. F1 particle present in mitochondria are episomes, oxysomes, spherosomes, microsomes. So the correct answer is oxysome. In prokaryotic cell, the enzymes involved in oxidation of metabolites are associated with. In prokaryotic cells, enzymes involved in oxidation of metabolites are associated with option C will be the plasma membrane, will be the correct answer. Next, the term mitochondria was given by. So the correct answer is Benda. Next question. Macromolecule enter plasma membrane of cells by endocytosis. Next question. Chlorophyll in chloroplast is located in grana, stroma, pyrenoid, both grana and stroma. So in the grana, the chloroplast is present. So the correct answer, main function of dictyosome is the secretions. It's like Golgi apparatus in the plant cells. So next question. Many cells function properly and divide mitotically, even though they do not have. Many cells function properly and divide mitotically even though they do not have plasma membrane, mitochondria, cytoskeleton, and plastid. Mm, so the plastid will be the correct answer. So next question. Three of the following statements regarding cell organelles are correct while one is wrong. Which one is wrong? Which one is wrong? Lysosome. Lysosome are double membrane vesicle made of from the Golgi apparatus and contain digestive enzymes. So this is wrong. The correct answer is option A. This is wrong. So this one is wrong. If you want next question, endoplasmic reticulum work for synthesis of carbohydrate. Next question, quantosomes are present in grana. Next question, in which of the following solution volume of a cell increases? So hypotonic answer. The two animal cells are interconnected by desmosomes. And the next question, phagosomes and pinosomes collectively referred as endosome. Next question, the crystals of calcium carbonate which appear like a bunch of grapes in epidermal cells of the leaf of some plants are called cystolith and calcium oxalate raphides. So next question, which of the following organelle is devoid of DNA yet is capable of duplication? So the correct answer is plasmid. Identify from the following a plant tissue in which lignin does not occur in the cell wall. So the correct answer will be the collenchyma. Next, which of the following statement is not true with reference to the mitochondria? So that they contain DNA, they contain cristae, they store and release chemical energy, they divide in synchrony with cell cycle. So the wrong answer is it is not true about the mitochondria. So the correct answer is D. Let's take a break, few minutes. Okay, let's begin again. Question number 317. So the vacuole in the plant cell contained stroma, tonoplast, matrix. So the correct answer is cell shaft. So correct answer is cell shaft. Mesosome in bacterial cell is plasmid, no connection between two cell, no plasma membrane enfolded for respiration. This is correct. So the correct answer is C. Next question. Phytol chain is present in option A carotenoid, option B chlorophyll, option C hemoglobin, option D phycocyanin. So the correct answer is B. Next question. The main organelle involved in modification and routing of newly synthesized protein to their destination. So the correct answer is endoplasmic reticulum. So the next question, centromere is required for transcription, crossing over, cytoplasmic cleavage, movement of chromosome toward pole. So the correct answer is the movement of chromosome towards the pole. So next one is very big question. So let's read. According to widely accepted fluid mosaic model, the cell membrane are semi-fluid where lipid and integral protein can diffuse randomly. In recent years, this model has been modified in several respects. In this regard, which of the following statement is incorrect? Protein in the cell membrane can travel within the lipid bilayer. So it is true. Protein can also undergo flip-flop movement in the lipid bilayer. So this is not correct. Protein can remain confined within certain domains of the membrane. It also correct. Many proteins remain completely embedded within the lipid bilayers. It is also correct. So in this question, they ask, in this regard, which of the following statement is incorrect? So the answer is B. Next question. Amyloplast are particle storing, of course, starch. Next, again matching. Match the following and choose the correct combination from the option given. So let's zoom in, zoom out. So question number 3 to 4. Organelles and function have been given and you have to so endoplasmic reticulum is involved in synthesis of lipid. Free ribosome is associated with synthesis of non-secretory protein. Mitochondria is involved in cellular respiration and contractile vacuoles is involved in osmoregulation. So the correct answer will be A 3, B 4, C 1 and D 2. So the correct answer is option A. So next question. If a plant cell is placed in a solution less concentrated than that of the cell sap, water from outside will enter into the protoplasm through the process of endoosmosis. So the correct answer is endoosmosis. Next, ribosomes consist of a large and a small subunit contain two identical components in prokaryotic and contains identical components in prokaryotics. It is not correct. Is the only site of RNA replication. It also not correct. Has 2 or 3 major sites to which T can be bound. So here is ribosome contains identical components in prokaryotics and eukaryotics. The question show that this is not true, this is not true. So this is true. Contain identical components in prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Consist of a large and 2 small subunits. Next, which one of the following is characteristic of phospholipids of plasma membrane? So the one polar head and 2 non-polar tail. So this is the correct answer. Next question. Which of the following statement regarding mitochondrial membrane is not correct? The outer membrane resembles a sieve. So this is correct. The outer membrane is permeable to all kinds of molecules. The enzyme of the electron transport chain are embedded in the outer membrane. This is not correct. And the inner membrane is highly convoluted, forming a series of folds. This is correct. The outer membrane is permeable to all kind of molecules. So the incorrect is the option C. Next question. Statement and statement B. A and B is given, so choose the correct option from those given. So the number of mitochondria in a cell do not correspond to the function of the cell. Mitochondria are common to the both mitochondria are common to both plant and animal cell. Statement B is correct. And the statement A is wrong. So the correct answer is B. Next, what is bioblast? So the bioblast is another name of mitochondria. So the correct answer is option B. The inner membrane of mitochondria bears folding or finger-like projection called cristae. These increase ATP supply, increase surface area, increase thickness of wall, keep external substance away. So the correct answer is increase the surface area. So the correct answer is in B. Biogenesis of chloroplast and mitochondria is de novo, symbiotic origin, from persisting organelle, from endoplasmic reticular nuclear membrane. So the correct answer is from pre-existing organelle. So next question. Quantosomes are found in lysosome, mitochondria, chloroplast, and endoplasmic reticulum. So the chloroplast. Next question. Post-translational covalent modification in protein takes place in post-translational covalent modification in protein take place in Golgi body. So the correct answer is post-translational covalent modification present in protein take place in Golgi. So let's take a break. Okay, let's begin again. Question number 335. Golgi apparatus is surrounded by a zone of exclusion, zone of inclusion, zone of transition, zone of separation. So the correct answer is zone of exclusion. Next question. Lipid molecule in plasma membranes are arranged in which manner? So the correct answer will be head parallel. Next question. Fluidity of membrane in plant in cold weather may be maintained by increasing, option A, increasing the proportion of integral protein, no, increasing the concentration of cholesterol in the membrane, increasing the number of phospholipids with saturated hydrocarbon tail, and increasing the number of phospholipids with unsaturated hydrocarbon tail. So the correct answer is option D, increasing the number of phospholipids with unsaturated hydrocarbon tails. Next question. Which of the following statement is correct? Cell membrane is involved in only in X-osmosis. Cell membrane is involved only in endosmosis. Cell membrane is involved both X-osmosis and endosmosis. So the correct answer is option C. Next question. The integral protein, when removed from plasma membrane, will show which one of the following property? The integral protein which removed from the plasma membrane will show which one of the following properties? Form bilayer in H2O, soluble in aqueous solution, insoluble in aqueous solution. So the correct answer is option C, because inside, like if it is lipid bilayer and it is integral protein, so this portion inside the lipid bilayer of the protein is hydrophobic. That's why it will not soluble in aqueous solution. So that's why this one the correct answer. So next question. In plants, lysosomes are not present. Then the function of lysosomes is taken by which of the following organelles? So the correct option is spherosomes. Next question. Out of the given substances, which one is present in abundance in lysosome? So option A heme, option B isomerase, option C cytochrome, option D acid phosphatase. So the acid phosphatase remain in abundance inside the lysosome. The next question. The enzymes called marker enzyme in lysosome is lysozyme, hyaluronidase, hydrolase, acid phosphatase. This is the marker enzyme in the lysosome. So in which of the following organelles glucose is oxidized to glycolate during photorespiration in plants? Which of the following organelles glucose is oxidized to glycolate during photorespiration in plants? So the options are given. So option is C. Next question. Structure of nuclear membrane helps in organization of the spindle, synapsis of homologous chromosome, nucleocytoplasmic exchange of material, anaphasic separation of the daughter chromosome. So the structure of nuclear membrane is involved in nucleocytoplasmic exchange of material. So that this is the C option is the correct answer. Next question. During oxidation, long chain fatty acids are first converted to acetyl CoA in the cytosol, microsomes, lysosome, mitochondria. So the correct answer is option D, mitochondria. Next question, what is the common between chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast? Presence of pigment? No, this is not common. Possession of thylakoid and grana, storage of starch, protein and lipid, ability to multiply by fusion like process. So all of these plastids have the ability to multiply by fusion like process, but these are not common. So the correct answer is option D. Next question, assertion and reason. Eukaryotic cells have ability to adopt a variety of shape and carry out directed movement. There are three principal types of protein: filaments, microfilaments, microtubules, and intermediate filaments, which constitute cytoskeletons. So here is the four options are given. So you have to choose the correct answer. So both A and R, assertion and reason, are true, but reason is the correct explanation of A. So the correct answer is option A. The mechanical support, enzyme circulation, protein synthesis, and detoxification of drug are a function of endoplasmic reticulum. Which is incorrect? Plasmalemma is outer cell membrane. Prokaryotic cell lack subcellular membrane. Membranes surrounding organelles are subcellular membranes. Membranes of endoplasmic reticulum are the only biomembranes. So the wrong option is option D, because these three are true. Next question. Cells are connected by plasmodesmata. The system is apoplast, cross connection, symplast. The system is symplast. So next question. 70S type of ribosome are absent in Chlamydomonas. These 70S এটা থাকে না, because chloroplast have bacteria like prokaryotics like cell cyanobacteria. So the correct answer is D. 20S RNA associated with the structure of A. So the correct answer, which of the following subunit of ribosome is composed of 23S rRNA and 5S RNA and 32 protein? So the correct answer is answer is B. So next question, which of the following statement regarding cilia are not correct? So here four options are given, so you have to choose the correct answer. So option C is the correct answer. So next question, which are the sites of ATPase activity in the cilia and uh, flagella. So the correct answer is option B, dynein arm. So again matching. So A match with karyotype, ideogram, chloroplast, thylakoids, spherosome, synthesis of and storage of lipid, and bacteria, glycocalyx. So the correct combination A 3, B 1, C 4, D 2. So correct answer is D. So next question, again matching. So A match with 5, and contractile vacuole, osmoregulation, and food vacuole, contain digestive enzyme, air vacuole, store metabolic gas, and spherosome store lipid. So the correct answer is B. Next question, out of the given following cell structure which show polarity: microtubules, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, microbodies. So the correct answer is microtubules. Microfilaments. Next question, microfilaments are long, thin, and contractile rods of the 6 to 10 nanometer diameter. They help in movement of the cell. Option A, movement of the cell membrane during the mobility and endocytosis, the concentration of muscles, functioning of microvilli, and undulation of cell membrane. And option C here, cytoplasmic streaming, cleavage of animal and cell. So all of these are correct. Next, tonofibrils of desmosome. Next question, tonofibrils of desmosome are made up of uh, D, keratin and desmin. So next, calmodulin is calcium protein complex in microtubules and microfilament. It is involved in cellular mobility. Who among the following discovered microtubules? Microtubules is, so D. Robertis and Franchi. will be the correct answer for this question. Next question. 9+0 microtubular structure is found in option D. Next question. Centrioles is. For this question, the correct answer will be option D. Next question. Nucleolus is formed by SAT chromosome. So next, in the fluid mosaic model, the plasma membrane polar layer is hydrophobic, no. Protein form a middle layer. Upper layer is non-polar and hydrophilic. No. Phospholipids form a This is the correct option answer. A cell swells up. A cell swells up when kept in option A will be the right answer. Which of the following experiment is called physiological demonstration of osmosis? The option C is the correct answer. The rate of the diffusion is dependent upon the permeability of the medium. It, however, B will be the correct answer for this question. So next, the main difference between the active and passive transports across the cell membrane is. The correct answer will be the D. And the nucleic acid occurs in mitochondria and chloroplast. Mitoplast. What is mitoplast? Mitoplast is mitochondria without outer membrane. So next question. Mitochondria are often seen aggregated around food vacuole, water vacuole, contractile vacuoles, all of these. So C is the correct answer. Contractile vacuolar চারিদিকে ওরা aggregated থাকে. Next question, which of the following is mismatched? So elioplast, this is correctly matched. Amyloplast, this is not correctly matched. Leucoplast contain colorless pigment, it also correctly matched. Chloroplast contain chlorophyll, it also matched. Chromoplast contain colored pigments other than chlorophyll, so this is matched. So the correct answer is option B. So let's take a break. Okay, let's begin again. Okay, everything is going on well. Now, so question number 375. So, which of the following represent the correct molecular formula of chlorophyll B? So, the correct answer of is option E. Next question. The organelles involved in photorespiration are. So, correct answer B. Chloroplast, mitochondria, and peroxisomes. So, the correct answer is B. Next question. Vesicles of smooth endoplasmic reticulum are most likely on their way to Golgi body is the correct answer. So next question, lysosomes are formed by both A and C, both endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi membranes. So in photorespiration, what is the role of peroxisome? So the B is the help in oxidation of glycolate is the correct answer. So next question. In multicellular organisms, 70 ribosomes are found in which part of the cell? On the endoplasmic reticulum is the correct answer. So next question. The number of protofilaments in microtubule is option D 30. Option D is the 30. The centrosome is not present in. Centrosome is not present in cells of higher plants, cells of lower plants, cells of lower animal, cells of higher animals. So the correct answer will be the cells of higher plants. Vacuoles in a plant cells lacks membrane and contain air. No, lacks membrane and contain water and excretory substance. Is membrane bound and contain storage protein and lipid. Is a membrane bound and contain water and excretory substance. So option D is the correct answer for this question. Next. Keeping in the view of the fluid mosaic model for the structure of the cell membrane, which one of the following statement is correct with respect to the movement of lipids and protein from one lipid monolayer to the other? Described as flip-flop movement. Option A, both lipids and protein can flip-flop. Neither lipid nor protein can flip-flop. While protein can flip-flop, lipid cannot. While lipid can flip-flop, rarely flip-flop, protein cannot. So the correct answer is lipids. So lipid can flip-flop movement, can show flip-flop movement, but protein cannot show any flip-flop movement. So the next, in the germinating seed, fatty acids are degraded exclusively in the option C, glyoxysome is the correct answer. So the next question, the two subunits of ribosome remain united at a critical level of. Two subunits of ribosome remain united at a critical level of magnesium. So next question, is assertion a cell membrane shows fluid behavior. Reason, a membrane is a mosaic or composite of diverse lipid and protein. So so the correct answer will be A. Both A and R true, but R is the correct explanation for the assertion. So for this question, A is the correct option. The answer. The thistle funnel experiment. What will occur if sugar solution is added to beaker after process of osmosis stops? So the correct answer is for this question B. The level of solution in the thistle funnel lower. So these are the question which I have discussed. If anyone need this solution PDF, you can contact me. So now you can give me